My name is Tim Webb. I'm principal of Gulf Shores Middle School. By operating in an information-rich environment 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, our students basically have no question unanswered. It takes off the table for them, I can't or I don't know how. We use formative assessments on an ongoing basis to be able to monitor student progress, but we also use benchmark assessments, and our teachers and instructional teams are then able to diagnose and prescribe interventions and/or enrichments as needed for each child on an individual basis. We want our students to be immersed in a technology-rich, diversified curriculum. We want our kids to be able to see and do anything that they can possibly imagine or envision, from building an airplane from scratch and flying it for the first time just recently, to building electric race cars that they race at Talladega, to solving problems with landfill refuse overfill or recycling, to try to make sure that we're great stewards of our world, as well as global citizens who can operate in a very small world through technology.
I use my iPad to use the internet and do all my work on. It really helps with storage, and everything's at your fingertips. All you have to do is just look something up and then it's there and you've got it. And sometimes it takes a little bit more digging, but you can still find it somewhere.
Broadcasting is where we do segments on sports, sustainability, political news, local news, and just like events like that are happening. We write the scripts and then we start filming. One of the students from each team will edit it. My family, and I know many of the other families, watch the videos after we've done it. The technology we use, it's very innovative. And when I'm recording, I feel like I'm being heard.
One of my favorite parts about being able to go on bike rides while in school is that when you come down to the beach, you kind of think of the sand, water, and palm trees, but it's not just that. There's a bunch of greenery in the Natural State Park behind us. We've used our iPads that are provided by the school. We've used our cameras and looked up different plants and species to find whatever plant it is and learn about that plant.
Ms. Morales looked up a recipe on her computer and she shared it with us so we could read that on our iPads. That way she could focus on the arepas and the kids could just read the recipe for the salsa.
Green Power USA is a competitive race league. Every year, I learn something new about Green Power. I'm a student that's always evolving and learning. I do have the entire gambit of the learning spectrum: dyslexia, other reading disabilities, other learning disabilities. You get into build diagrams where you have more pictures that are involved, so the more verbal people can see what's going on, and then it allows them to communicate to those who are required to see something, and then it allows the communication process to happen a little bit more smoothly. I do have one student where their parent came to me and said, one of the main reasons that my child is still in high school is because of Green Power. My student wants to go into the F1 league and she would like to race in Europe. It's an amazing process to be a part of.
Technology just opens the entire world, no matter where you are. It closes the gap, and it reduces the chasm between the haves and the have-nots. Education has always been the great equalizer in our society, and technology just makes that even much more possible and much more prevalent in every classroom across America.